All right, baby. Yeah, so I just had like an incredible like interview with somebody who has a job that pays like about $180,000 to $200,000 a year, and the guy was just really excited about me, and I was really excited about him, and it feels amazing because this is exactly what I've been asking for. I really I like to have a job. It's kind of weird. People think that because we have entrepreneurial stuff that we do that we want to get out of the job market as fast as possible. But let me tell you, that having a job inspires me because of all the people I get to meet. It puts me out there in the world, whereas previously I'm such an introvert that I would
go cloister yourself.
I would hide in the house and not do anything.
Yeah, like your wife, your artist wife.
Right, and so it's just...
it gives us connection to the people around us, really.
Yeah, it does. It does. So when I work, and I like to do it, but you know what? Like, I'm very intentional about where I work. I'm intentional about picking my employer. I don't just show up with a resume and a please hire me, I need money. Oh, no.
You vet.
I vet my employer the same way that I expect my employer to vet me. And so I didn't go into this place today looking for a job. I knew that they were hiring, and I walked in to find out what I thought about the place. And they impressed the hell out of me. And so I told them that they impressed the hell out of me. And then we started talking about jobs.
And then he gave you his personal email address.
And then the guy gave me his personal email address and was like, email me a resume and let's talk next week. And I said, yes, sir. Let's just make that happen. But I didn't go in there as a job seeker. I went in there as a person who is vetting my employer. And you know, like any employer who's worth a damn wants you to vet them. Any employer who's worth anything wants you to care as much about them as they care about you.
It's a relationship.
It's a relationship. And especially at the $200,000 a year level, you need a relationship. Not and having nothing to do with money. Because at that price point, the relationship transcends money. At that point, the money is really meaningless. Which is exactly the way that I see it. You know, it's nice and all to bring in a big fat paycheck, but the reason that I want to bring one in is not because I want or need nice things. Rather, it's because I want to come into contact with the other sort of people who also gravitate toward a position like that. I want to hang out with other high performers because it's fun to. So I'm just like on an all-time high right now, just really buzzing from this.
You're feeling a little bit of the upper limit come in.
And I'm feeling some upper limit come in. And this is another really important thing that happens. And it's part of the process is that when something really, really good happens, your brain starts to say, shut that down. It's not safe to feel that good. Man, what if you experience crushing disappointment? What if you experience rejection? What if you get your hopes up and then it just doesn't work out the way you want it to? And that's an upper limit talking. That's your own subconscious saying, you've never gone this far before.
In biblical terms, it's the devil speaking in your ear.
Right.
Shit talking in your ear.
Right. In biblical terms, it's the devil shit talking in your ear. The devil is called the deceiver. So the deceiver deceives and is really good at it. Because the deceiver uses words, like whispers in your ear. That I've heard it described that way so many times. The devil whispers in your ear, and that's exactly how I hear it. And I recognize as soon as I hear that whisper, I just turn it right around, and with a plethora of evidence to the contrary. I did not go out the door today with any intention whatsoever of going and looking at this particular job. It was on my agenda for some time in the future, but I figured if I align with it, cool, and if I don't, cool.
Well, we
whatever.
Left the house today with an intention to go look at a castle.
Right, we left the house today with an intention to go look at a castle, and then we did, and we discovered that the castle was dramatically oversold.
Yeah.
That was
dramatically oversold. It had a really pretty view, though.
It had a beautiful view, but it wasn't a castle.
It was a house that had like some
castle features. Yeah. So the way that our day ended up, we just sort of happened to be in the vicinity of where this job was.
We're over here in Lahaina, and look at that view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
this is a cool little town.
This is a cool town. So that's what happened. And I found that in life, I have always just fallen into the things that I ask for. I mean, I don't effort this. I didn't even walk in with a resume. I didn't even walk in wearing shoes that were closed-toed.
Yeah, I think you're barefoot right now.
I'm barefoot right now. I'm barefoot driving. I walked in my $15 thong sandals, my slippers from Long Strugs. And
you still got a freaking phone call.
And I still got a request for a phone call, as well as the manager's direct email to his personal email, not to the company gatekeeper. And this is like an @Yahoo email. This isn't even at the company. This is like @Yahoo. This is this guy's personal email. He wants to talk to me. And he's like, come in for an interview. I want to talk to you. Mm-hmm. And that's just awesome. And when the things that you're looking for, that you've been asking for, because I've been asking for this repeatedly, like the moment that I left my last job, or the moment that I realized that I'd be quitting and I gave them 5 weeks of notice, I started praying for a job that was a quantum leap better. Because I am not a believer in that you have to pay your dues. I don't believe that you have to pay your dues. I believe that you can just transcend the corporate ladder and just do whatever the fuck you want. I really do. Because over my entire life, I've done it. And the only thing that it takes is a mindset shift, is for me to believe that I can. To believe that I'm worth it. To believe that I'm worthy and deserving of it. Self-worth is directly tied to net worth. Mm-hmm. And because I had asked for it, but then I let it go. I didn't care. When I walked into this place of business with the express intention of just sort of letting them know that I was vetting them, there was no stress. My armpits don't stink. No stress. None at all. I just went in and I was myself. And it is that level of authenticity that is required in order to achieve any type of dream that you have to be authentic. So when I say that being authentic to yourself is of vital importance to get the money, power, and sex that you want, I mean it. Because I first had to, come on dude, not in the middle of the road. There's a sidewalk just for you. See, these guys are using the crosswalk. Yeah, I applaud you, crosswalk users. Anyway, the stuff that people really like to have in this world, and that all of the success indicators and markers are all tied first to whether or not you believe it can happen and how much you value yourself. Because if I didn't value myself, if I truly didn't think that I was worth it, I would have walked into that place shaking like a leaf for their $180,000 to $220,000 a year job. But instead, I walked in with complete confidence because I don't give a damn if I get it. I want it, but I've let it go. I've released it. I have no emotional attachment to it. And that's what it takes. Because only when you have no emotional attachment to something are you mature enough to handle that something when it shows up. This is why Katharina and I went and looked at a $3 million castle today that turned out to not really be a castle.
Yeah, a house with castle features.
Our house with castle features, because we first had to get comfortable with the fact that we were worth it. That we are worth living in a $3 million home if that's what we choose.
And damn it, if Enya can have a castle, so can I.
Yep. And okay, friend. My parallel parking buddy was holding me up.
There's a smoothie place over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna park right here where we paid for parking already.
That's true. Where is the? Sorry, we're talking logistics, people. I'll wait till the video's over to talk logistics.
Yeah. Anyway, the fact is that just walked into an ass-kicking job interview that I really love and really am quite highly interested in working for them, and I think that I am just like an ideal candidate for this position. And I was able to do it congruently. So that's what I got today.
Alrighty.
Yeah, if you guys want more of our stuff, we have we got a Facebook page now. It's the Money Power Sex page. You can go over there.
Like it.
Like it, subscribe to it. It's awesome. We still have our group. It's really cool in there. We talk about your money, power, sex stuff. Anything that you particularly need help with, that's what we talk about. Instead of my life, like maybe you want to go get yourself a $200,000 a year job.
$30 a month. Go in there.
30 bucks a month. It's worth every penny. Go in there and handle it.
All right.
Yeah. That's what we got. So talk to you guys later.
Peace out, guys.